Hey, if you're a small business owner in Minnesota, you've probably felt it. That sense that the rules around compliance have suddenly gotten a lot more serious. Well, you're not imagining it. Let's break down what's really going on.
It's the big question, right? And the answer is pretty straightforward. There's been a major shift at the federal level. Minnesota is officially under the microscope, and that's creating a brand new reality for every single business in the state.
So in this explainer, we're going to walk through the 5 key things you absolutely need to know. We'll cover why the rules have changed, what's got the Fed so interested in Minnesota, the hidden risks you might have in your own business, the right way to think about this new environment, and finally, how to build a foundation that's ready for anything.
First up, let's get one thing straight. That feeling of pressure, it is absolutely real. And it's all based on a series of very public, very serious actions coming straight from the federal government. Over the last few months, multiple federal agencies have sent a really clear signal. They're rolling out stricter audits, they're doing deeper reviews, and they have much stronger expectations for how any federal dollars flowing through the state are handled.
So what specifically kicked all this off? Why Minnesota? Well, it wasn't just one thing. It was a perfect storm of high-profile events that drew some very intense national attention.
Let's start with a pretty staggering number, $185 million. That's the amount of annual federal child care funding that the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services has completely frozen for Minnesota. And why? Because of widespread fraud allegations tied to state programs. And you better believe, before any of that money gets unfrozen, the feds are demanding proof. We're talking about expanded audits, super detailed documentation, attendance records, a whole new level of verification that just wasn't there before.
But wait, it doesn't stop there. On top of that, the U.S. Small Business Administration is investigating hundreds of millions of dollars in what they suspect is Paycheck Protection Program, PPP fraud, right here in Minnesota.
And the direct result of that? The SBA has literally hit the pause button on certain funding and grant programs for Minnesota small businesses while they sort all this out. It's really a classic, unfortunate example of how the actions of a few can end up impacting everyone.
And make no mistake, this isn't just some administrative paperwork review. We are talking about major federal law enforcement involvement here. The FBI has active, large-scale investigations going on, and of course, massive, high-profile cases like Feeding Our Future, which was one of the biggest pandemic-related fraud schemes in the entire country, have only poured gasoline on the fire.
Now, officially, the administration has been very clear. They frame these actions as a necessary move to clean house, to fix some long-standing compliance gaps, really strengthen oversight, and just improve accountability for how federal tax dollars are spent.
Okay, so you might be thinking, this doesn't apply to me. I didn't take any of that money. Well, not so fast. Let's talk about how this new environment creates hidden risks for literally every business.
This is probably the most crucial point to understand. When federal scrutiny gets this intense in one state, the standards for review go up across the board for everybody. Suddenly, agencies are cross-checking everything much more carefully. The bar for what's considered good enough has been raised for all of us.
And this right here, this slide really gets to the heart of the hidden gap most small businesses have. See, on the left, you've got how most businesses operate. Payroll is one job, bookkeeping is another, taxes are a third. But on the right, that's how regulators see it. They don't see separate tasks. They see one single financial system, and they expect every single piece of it to line up perfectly.
And here's why that matters so much right now. In the past, a small mismatch between your payroll records and your tax filings might just get you a simple correction notice. No big deal. But today, in this much stricter environment, that same little error can look like a giant red flag, possibly triggering a much deeper inquiry or even penalties.
So this brings us to the solution. To stay safe in this new reality, you have to shift your thinking. You need to move away from a simple checklist of tasks and toward a fully integrated protective system.
Let me put it this way. The old checklist approach is risky. It's where your payroll person only worries about payroll, and your bookkeeper only worries about bookkeeping. The system approach, on the other hand, is protective. It means one team is responsible for the entire picture, making sure every single piece connects and tells the exact same accurate story.
And honestly, this is the entire philosophy behind a firm like Prudent Accountants. They operate on the core principle that your business isn't just a collection of random tasks. It's a single, interconnected system that requires a holistic strategy to truly protect it.
So what does that actually look like? Well, it means payroll isn't just about cutting checks. It's built from the ground up with your tax strategy in mind.
Your bookkeeping isn't just data entry, it's done every single day to support audit readiness. All your records align, the documentation is complete, and one coordinated team manages the whole thing together. It's all about being proactive, not reactive.
Okay, let's bring this all together. What is the path forward for your business? It really all starts with building a truly audit-ready financial foundation.
If you take only one thing away from all of this, let it be this. Compliance failures almost never happen because someone missed a single deadline. They happen because the system was broken into pieces and no single person or team was responsible for making sure payroll, bookkeeping, and taxes all added up to the same number.
And that really leads to the final, critical question you should be asking yourself. Right now, is your business just being managed as a disconnected set of tasks, or is it being truly cared for as a complete, unified system? The answer to that question could be the difference between confidence and vulnerability.
Now, if that question makes you a little uneasy, or you're just not sure whether your records and systems would hold up under this new, closer review, just know that guidance is available. You can reach out to Prudent Accountants to talk about building a more connected, audit-ready compliance foundation for your business. You can find them online at prudentaccountants.com or give them a call at 612-605-3178.